All right, so before we get started with today's video, I want to talk about my friends from over at So Avant-Garde. All right, So Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and really elevate your fragrance experience. All right, so they specialize in niche fragrances, and the world of niche can be a little bit scary, a little bit intimidating. All right, but So Avant-Garde, they offer sampling, and I highly suggest sampling. All right, so they have some of the top brands of Creeds and Parfums de Marly and Nichonnaise, just to name a few, but so much more. All right, so use my code DEDRICK20 to save you some money on a sample set, single samples, and of course full bottles if you're ready to make that leap. So Avant-Garde, DEDRICK20, save you some money, and tell them I sent you. All right, and they have great customer service, and you'll have a great experience. All right, so let's get into today's video. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, so Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know how we give it up here on this channel. All right, so before we get into today's video, shout out to my friends over at Premier Couture Society. Y'all have seen me talk about their hats before, several of them in fact, and this is one of their brand new hats for the fall season. Okay, so I have the link in my description and a coupon code to save you, I believe, 15% on not only the hats but anything on the website. So they got some dope stuff, man. I'm a big fan of their baseball themed hats, like look like a Philadelphia Phillies hat, but it's not. All right, but it's Premier Couture Society. Great design. You got a pendant up here, pin up here, logo on the side. Very dope, good quality stuff. So all my hat guys out there, go on and grab your hat, man. Tell them D sent you, save you some money. Description information down below in the description. All right, so today we have 10 of some of the best options for fall from the designer fragrance world. All right, so 10 great designer options for the upcoming fall season. All right, so I'm a huge fan of a bunch of, well, all of these really, but we got some heat. Let's get into it. All right, up first, a brand new release, and I love the original. It's not a lot of love for the original out there, but I guess that's cool. It has to be, right? From the house of Paco Rabanne, we have Phantom Parfum. All right, so shout out to my homie, man, for blessing me with this bottle, man. Gennard, I appreciate you, bro. But it's more of the same, but it's a little bit more richer, has a little bit more body, and it has a little bit more depth. There's a rhubarb note in here that shines. It's present for sure, especially in the opening, but this is overall sweet fragrance. Very sweet, actually, synthetically sweet, actually, but it wears like a parfum. All right, so this is one that's just released, and I like it, and I was a fan of the original. I've worn my original bottle. I probably got about half a bottle left of it, actually. So I love the lavender in it, the lavender and that vanilla sweetness in it. I'm just a fan. All right, so I like this one as well. Get your nose on it, see if it's something that works for you. If it does, cool. If it's not, keep it moving. From the house of Paco Rabanne, we have Phantom the Parfum. Come on, come in, focus. There we go. Phantom the Parfum. All right, up next, man. I can't believe how much I love this stuff. This was the first fragrance that I purchased at the beginning of this year from the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy's Gentleman Society. Givenchy Gentleman Society. All right, Society. All right, so look. They say it's not iris in here, but it is, man. But that Palo Santo wood, vanilla, and iris combo is truly, truly good, man. This is great. Now, when I first bought this, I was leaning towards this being more of an office style scent for me, and that I will wear, you know, pretty much when I wanted to. But as I spent more time with it, that mindset really did change. This is perfect for the fall. That spiciness from the Palo Santo wood, that sweetness from the vanilla. There's iris in here. I don't care what they say. It's in here. That combination makes for a very confident, sexy, and sophisticated style of a fragrance. So I'm a big fan of the Givenchy line, and this just adds to that. So get your nose on this, fellas, especially all my masculine guys out there that's looking for a little toned down approach as you get to the fall season. This is something that you definitely will be interested in for sure. From the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy Gentlemen Society. I guess my camera's back on that ridiculousness. All right, up next, man, a fragrance that just doesn't get talked about anymore because the flankers are out here running wild. All right, from the house of Emporio Armani, we have Stronger With You. Stronger With You. All right, this is the original EDT, and boy, chestnut, lavender, vanilla, just a cozy fragrance, man. This stuff is really good. I've had my bottle now for 2 years, and it has macerated a bit because the juice in here was a little bit lighter than it is now. And I've acquired Intensely, I've acquired Absolute, Freeze, and many different other decants of the versions out there, but this is where it all started. And for the fall, especially during a nice, breezy, cool fall day, if you're just really chilling, man, you might be, meeting someone at a coffee shop during the day, or you just might be vibing out on your own, just kind of chilling out there in the atmosphere. This is one that could just really make you stand out. Like I said, this doesn't get talked about anymore, but in my opinion, it is right up there at the top of the list from everything that's been created with this line. From the house of Emporio Armani, we have the OG, the EDT, Stronger With You, EDT. Huge fan, man. All right, up next, man, some sad news with this one. It's been reported that this is being discontinued. Now, I have a big 150 ml 5-ounce bottle. I don't know if I need to get me another one, because I really enjoy this stuff. From the house of Azzaro, we have Azzaro's Wanted by Night. Azzaro's Wanted by Night. Big 5-ounce bottle. I've worn a decent amount of it, probably about a quarter of the way done of this bottle. And I love it. Orange, cinnamon, tobacco leaf, some spices in here, a fruity pop to this fragrance, man. This stuff is excellent during the fall time. Matter of fact, this is one of the fragrances that I would consider a fall in the bottle. Now, it does have a lot of fruitiness in the opening of this thing, but listen, that cinnamon and that tobacco leaf, it really gives you an aroma and an aura of fall. All right, so if you have been wanting to get this or interested in getting it, I suggest that you get it, because the rumors is that it is a discontinued. A lot of other fragrance reviewers here on YouTube have confirmed that. They've reached out to the brand, and the brands have definitely let them know that this one is going away, which is sad. This is sad. So get your bottle before it's too late if you're interested. I don't know if you can sample it, but if you can, I recommend that first. If you want to be a blind buy warrior, by all means, a blind buy. From the house of Azzaro, we have Wanted by Night. Don't get the names confused. You got Wanted by Night, the wanted from the other night, and the night that's wanted. Don't get confused, all right? All right, up next, man, from the house of Prada. This is another one that is rumoredly discontinued, but available on discounters. From the house of Prada, we have Prada Luna Rossa Black. Prada Luna Rossa Black. Man, this stuff is awesome, man. This stuff is awesome. Powdery, angelic, musky style of a fragrance, man. You got a touch of bergamot up top. That, bitterness from that just kind of helps blend that angelic, that kind of gives off this fougere, woodsy type of approach. But then that amber and that musk and that tonka bean really transform this into a beautiful fragrance, especially for the fall. This is something that normally when I wear it, I'm not dressed up, but I dress it up. I usually don't casually rock this one because the profile for me kind of gives off this slightly barbershop fougere vibe, slightly to my nose, and maybe from the tonka bean that's really giving it that powdery effect for sure, and then that amber and that musk. That's why I kind of got a slight barbershop fougere style vibe. But this is very, very good. If you can get your nose on it, I highly recommend it. I highly suggest it if you can get your nose on it. See if you would or be interested. You might want to hurry because bottles could be going fast. From the house of Prada, we have Prada Luna Rossa Black. Prada, I've heard some people say they've been able to find this one at discounters for a really good price. So check there too. You might be able to save you even more money. All right. Up next, from the house of Maison Margiela, from the Replica series, we have Autumn Vibes. Autumn Vibes, and this is exactly what it is called. Autumn Vibes. Just to get this in the air real quick, man. It smells like fall. It smells like it's just rained, like heavily. The leaves are falling. You get that earthy maple vibe, like that wet tree leaves, like falling down. The seasons are changing, so the aroma with the trees are putting off that fall and autumn smell. And you do get maple in here. There's spices in here, of a cardamom spice. There's some earthy touches in here. So if you know anything about the Replica series, which most of you probably do, but if you don't, they do an excellent job of creating the theme of what the fragrance is going after. Excellent. Jazz club, coffee break, at the barber, sailing day, under the lemon tree, so forth and so on. And they did it again here with Autumn Vibes. Look into it, y'all. It's autumn literally in a bottle. Literally in a bottle. And on a damp, kind of cool, breezy fall day, this is no brainer that I'm pulling this one out for sure. From the house of Maison and Margiela, from the Replica line, we have Autumn Vibes. Autumn Vibes, all right? Up next, from the house of Guerlain, we have L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Extreme. This was a fragrance in my collection that I was scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to find, man, a couple years back. And shout out to my homie Cedric Farr, Tyrone Koppel from Frat Boy ZNT. He was able to assist in getting me this bottle. This is the L'Homme Ideal DNA as you love it. From the EDT, the EDP, the L Intense, so forth and so on, added with plum. That's what you get. Now, to my nose, you know, man, that plum is there. It's a very fruity, I wouldn't say it's a ripe plum, but it's a very fruity rum that's kind of dancing along with the leather facets in here. And the, I kind of get like a boozy feel to this as well. Like the plum kind of gives off this slight boozy touch to it, but this is really, really good. It has a masculine feel to it. It's not mass appealing by any means. This one, I've realized, it's not for everybody, all right? So even though she was getting a lot of love when it was hard to get, don't hear much conversations about it lately, but this one right here is definitely a great standout for me for a fall evening or a fall night, definitely. So check this one out if you can. I know it's hard to get, but it does show up very sparingly, and it would be something great for the fall season for sure. From the house of Guerlain, we have L'Homme Ideal Extreme. L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Come on camera. There we go. L'Homme Ideal Extreme. All right, up next, a change of pace, so to speak, from the house of Paco Rabanne. And I'll explain why this is in this list. We have Invictus Intense. Invictus, Paco Rabanne's Invictus Intense. This is the Invictus DNA, but has a boozy effect to it. Sweet, bubblegummy, but there's like a spice added to it and some booziness added to it for sure. So it really gives off a really interesting DNA for the fall time. Now during the day, if you're moving around and it's not particularly cool enough to be almost considered cold, but it's a more comfortable day, but you got a nice breeze and you're moving out and about, this will be good. And also for a fall evening, if you're out, maybe going to the bar, hanging out with friends, in a very fun type of environment during a fall evening, this is something that will work if you're just not trying to be too serious or too masculine and you want to be known that you're here to have a good time and your fragrance can indicate that. Check this one out, man. No one really talks about this. This stuff is awesome, man. That addition of that spice and that boozy touch to it is really, really good. From the house of Paco Rabanne, I think this is a great fall during the day scent, but could really shine in a fall evening when you're going out to have some fun. Paco Rabanne's Invictus Intense. Don't sleep. Look into it, man. Sample it. Look into it. This is a good one. All right, 2 more left to discuss on this designer list. From the house of Viktor&Rolf, we have Spicebomb Night Vision EDP. Spicebomb Night Vision EDP. Man, this stuff is real good. I haven't smelled it in a year. Man, so good. You get this nutty, fruity, spicy take of the Spicebomb DNA, and I think this is my second favorite because the new EDP has jumped up to my first. The OG is great. The whole line is really, really good. But this one is awesome, man. That pistachio and nutty blend with this spice and this citrus and this fruity, it's real good, man. Mass appealing feel. A lot of fellas out there who are looking for something pleasing. I think this is the most pleasing one out of the entire line, in my opinion, the entire line. But this one can definitely work, sort of like the Invictus Intense, for a fun fall evening, a fun night out, bowling, just going to have a blast, just having a good time with family and friends. This definitely can cover you. You can wear this in the winter. You can wear all these in the winter. But this is my recommendations for the fall, and that's when I'll be wearing most of these in the fall, depending on the situation. And this is another good one from the house of Viktor&Rolf. One that doesn't get talked about as much these days. We have Spicebomb Night Vision EDP. EDP. All right, and last but not least, another popular house and another popular fragrance and another popular flanker. This is the best of the line, hands down, from the house of Versace. We have Versace Eros Flame. Versace Eros Flame. Take your Versace Eros DNA, subtract the apple, add the blood orange, intensify the vanilla and that spice factor to it, and that's what you get. This is the best of the entire Eros line, from the EDT through the Parfum. This is the best, and I prefer it. I not only have this bottle, but I have another miniature bottle as well, so that lets you know how much I'm a fan of it. So you still get that beautiful Eros DNA, but with that blood orange and that intensified vanilla. So you get that spicy, sweet type of breakdown, and it's just a fan favorite, mass appealing, a little bit more mature because of how much more spicy it is, but it will work great for a fall night or just a fall day in general. From the house of Versace, we have Versace's Eros Flame. Eros Flame. All right, Smell Good family. Those are 10 designer fragrances that work well. These are some of the best that you can wear, in my opinion, in my experience, in this upcoming fall season. Y'all let me know down below how many designer fragrances should have been added to this list. What would you have taken away? Leave me a thumbs up, leave me a thumbs down. Whatever you want to do, hey, it's all good. I appreciate the constructive criticism, and I appreciate the love. All right, so until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what to do, man. Splag it up, splag it down, splag it that thing all around, and remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. I love the fall. I love the fall. I love talking about these fall fragrances. This is a good time. Splacker!